Greetings my friends, Gediminas here and welcome along. In this video I'll be giving you a full business overview of Banners Broker. Now Banners Broker is a new way to earn revenue online. Most of us have thought about making money on the internet, and I believe that Banners Broker is probably the best way of doing that. So what is Banners Broker? Well, Banners Broker is an online advertising company. Like many of the biggest websites in the world, their revenue comes from online advertising, and their product is banner impressions. So there's two ways of advertising on the internet: pay-per-click and pay-per-1000 impressions. Now, pay-per-click is normally used by smaller companies or home-based businesses who want the actual person to click on the advertisement and to go onto their website. Whereas pay-per-1000 impression is usually used by bigger companies like McDonald's or car companies. If they advertise, they're not really bothered about you clicking and going to the website. What they're concerned about more is branding, as many people seeing their brand as possible, and that is what Banners Broker do. So most of us have heard of traditional ways of advertising like newspaper advertising, advertising on the billboards in the town centers, radio advertising, and television advertising. The only thing is that now everything goes to the internet. From the smallest business to the largest business, everybody wants to be on the internet and everybody wants to be seen online, and that's the biggest way of advertising at the moment. Actually, online advertising industry is a $500 billion industry. So any questions about market being saturated, or there not being enough customers, or there not being enough websites where to advertise are just irrelevant once you realize the size of this industry. So if we talk about online advertising industry, there's some terms that you might not be familiar with, like traffic or impression or targeting or publisher or advertiser, etc. So we will be going through these terms and try and get them explained. So the first question is, what is a banner ad? Since we are the Banner Broker. So the banner ad is really an advertisement that is pictorial. So a picture instead of just text is banner advertising, and as you can see, a few examples here in front of you. The next question is, what is a banner impression? Now, something that most people don't know is that every time you go on the internet, somebody actually makes money from it. Why? Because as soon as you've gone on any website, you automatically see the advertisements on that website, and somebody is actually selling advertising per 1000 impression on that website. So somebody made money just by you going on a website. You don't even have to click on anything or do anything. Somebody's making money, and this is what we do. This is the business that earns money for us. Okay, next question then, who is the advertising in this case? And as you might have guessed already, yes, it is Lexus and Jeep, because they have their banners on this website. And who is spending the money? Again, Lexus and Jeep are spending the money because they are renting the advertising space on this website and they are paying for the impressions. Now the next question is, who is the publisher of the site or the owner of the website? And in this case it is Yahoo, because this website is Yahoo Autos. The question that follows naturally after that, then who is making the money? Well, hopefully all of the three companies are making money here: Yahoo, Lexus and Jeep. However, Yahoo is definitely making money here because they are selling the advertising space or the impressions on this website. Also, there's few ways of targeting your advertising. What company is Lexus? Well, Lexus is a car company. So then, do you think it is a coincidence that Lexus is advertising on auto section of Yahoo website? They're not advertising on Yahoo Mail, they're not advertising on Yahoo Dating, they're advertising on Yahoo Autos. The reason why they do that is that people that go to Yahoo Autos are probably looking to buy a car, and this is called contextual targeting, where the advertiser actually uses the websites that are related to the product they offer. Also, we have geo-targeting. Here you can see a Yahoo Deutschland website, which is a German counterpart of the yahoo.com, and then you see the Honda's advertisement with a website that ends in .de. Now Honda knows that German people will be a lot more likely to click on .de website than on .com. So therefore they will place this advertisement on the German website. So this is called geo-targeting. Now final question is, what is traffic? Now up until a few months ago, all I thought traffic is the thing you get stuck on the motorway. But now I realize that traffic actually on the internet advertising is the visits on the website. And the more visits a website receives, the higher the value of this website and the higher the value of the advertising space on that website. So just to summarize, the advertisers are people who use banner ads, they purchase impressions, they use contextual targeting and geo-targeting, and they are the ones spending money. On the other hand, the publishers, they have the websites, they get traffic coming to the website, so a stream of people coming to the website, they have relevant content, and they are the ones making money. So, if we think about traffic, what do you think is the website that goes most amount of traffic in the world? Well, actually, very recently we had some changes, and Facebook is now actually #1 and Google is in the second place. Up until very recently, Google was always #1, but now Facebook overtook it. The third one is YouTube, the fourth one is Yahoo, and the fifth one is Baidu, which is a Chinese version of Google, I believe. Now, it doesn't really matter so much which one is first and which one is second, etc. What matters is this: do you think it's a coincidence that Facebook started as a social networking site and now it's one of the biggest advertising machines on the internet? That Google started as a search engine and now it's one of the biggest advertising machines on the internet? YouTube started as a free video sharing website and now it's one of the biggest advertising machines. Yahoo, exactly the same way. Now, is it a coincidence that the 5 biggest websites in the world are in advertising, are in online advertising? Of course it's not coincidence, because these companies know that's where the money is. So this is not coincidence that we are in the same business. However, there's a big difference between these websites. You see, with Facebook, you can advertise. You can place your advertisement on Facebook and pay per click for this advertisement, or pay per 1,000 impressions. However, you cannot become a publisher with Facebook, i.e. they're not going to place their adverts on your website even if you wanted to. And obviously, there's no combo package, so they don't share their profits with anybody. With Google, on the other hand, you can advertise as well. You can place your adverts on Google, but then you can also become a publisher with Google. With AdSense, Google can place adverts on your website, and then every time somebody clicks on that advert, you will earn few cents. However, Google hasn't got a combo package, so they don't share the profits with anyone either. You see, with Banners Broker, you also have the advertise option, so somebody can come as a client and just use advertising from Banners Broker. You can also become a publisher. If you have more than 1,000 visitors a day to your website, you can apply, and upon approval you can become a publisher, and Banners Broker will place the adverts on your website. But most importantly, what Banners Broker made something very, very unique is the AdPub combo package. Now here it is something very, very unique, because Banners Broker is actually sharing their profits with their affiliates who come and join with AdPub combo packages. Now this is the beauty of the whole business. So there's obviously 3 ways of joining the company: as an advertiser, as a publisher, or as the AdPub combo package owner. So let's get started then. Well, the way you get started with Banners Broker, first of all, you need to become an affiliate. So any person that wants to become an affiliate have to come to the company via recommendation. So all you need to do is get the referral link from your sponsor, and you type in bannersbroker.com/Gediminas if I have referred you to this business, and then you will see the registration form pop up with my name as a referred by, and all you need to do is fill in your first name, your last name, create a username, a unique username that nobody has used before, create a password. This should be at least 1 digit, at least 1 uppercase and at least 1 lowercase, and a minimum of 8 characters. Put your email in, put your phone number, and go through the steps, and you will become registered affiliate. The actual registration is absolutely free, and you, as a bonus, just for registration, just for completing free registration, you will receive 1,000 impressions to use for your own advertising, to advertise your product, your service, or your website. Now, as I said, there's three ways of joining the company. So firstly, let's have a look if you want to join as an advertiser. So as an advertiser, you have two campaign type options. So you can advertise on the Choice Network. This is the network that you can actually see the websites where your advertisements are going on, and these websites were created by Banners Broker. On the other hand, you have the Blind Network. This network is about 200,000 websites that Banners Broker has access to, and you will be able to advertise there on this worldwide network. However, here you will not be able to see the specific sites where your advertisements are going on. So with Blind Network, you have few ways of targeting. So firstly, obviously you have the contextual targeting with categories like health and wellness, entertainment, business and commerce, social network, computer and network, web promotion and design. So you can choose what sort of websites you would like your banners to appear on. Also, you have the geo-targeting option. So choosing a country or Europe, or just choosing a city if you choose to, you can direct your advertising and just get the people who you want to see your banner advertising. All you need to do to get your campaign going is upload a banner. So there's 10 different sizes on each campaign, and I would recommend you upload each size so you get the most online time possible. However, if you choose to advertise on Choice Network, here you will actually be able to choose the exact website where your advertisements will go on. There's three options to choose from, so you can either promote your own product or service, you can then choose to promote your Banners Broker business, or you can get organic traffic campaign, where you will be able to earn traffic from the advertising. And as you can see, again, you have few options like financial websites, entertainment websites, environment websites, fashion websites, health websites, food websites, sports websites, and design websites. So again, you have few categories to choose from. Okay, the second way how you can join the company is actually by becoming a publisher. This way you can offer space on your website for Banners Broker to put their adverts on and earn money this way. Now, as a publisher, you have to own a website, and then when you log on, you'll go to manage your websites, and here you will submit your website URL. You'll put in the daily estimated traffic, so it has to be at least 1,000 traffic hits a day in order for you to qualify. And then you'll indicate what category your website belongs to. And once your website has been approved, you will receive a code which you can put on your website, and you will start receiving banner adverts from Banners Broker. Now, as a publisher, you will earn 75% of the earnings from the impressions. So if for example 1,000 impressions will be valued at $1 on your website, you will earn 75% of that. So you will earn 75 cents from every dollar made from the advertising on your website. Finally, and probably most importantly, is the AdPub combo package. This is the best way of joining Banners Broker if you ask me, because here you'll get both the advertising and the earnings from the publishing. So firstly, in the AdPub combo package, you will get the panel. And panels are visual representation of your advertising space on the Banners Broker network. So we don't have to worry about who is advertising on our network. We don't have to worry on where the websites are, because that is all taken care of by Banners Broker. This is why I love this business so much, because Banners Broker will find the customers who will use the advertising. They will find the publishers who will provide space for the advertising on the websites, and they even gonna employ the IT staff who will program all of that for you. So you don't have to have any IT skills or any knowledge to get started in this business. All you have to do is manage your panels, and I will explain how to do that. But on the panel you will see a few things. Firstly, on the top side you will see your earnings on the publisher side. So for having this inventory, for having this advertising space, you will start earning money. For example, this panel in particular, it costs you $270, and at the end of its cycle it will earn you $540. This way it actually earns you quite good income. On the bottom side, you can see your impressions. So for every single panel that you qualify, you will receive the impressions, which are the advertising credits that you will be able to use for your own advertising, to advertise your product, your website, or your service. So, just to summarize, when you purchase AdPub Combo Package, you will receive the impressions on the advertising site for your personal use, and you will receive the advertising inventory across all of the Banners Broker publishing sites, which will be earning you the revenue. Now this way you can start earning a piece of the online advertising pie. So through the multi-billion-dollar online ad industry, you can profit through the Banners Broker globally renowned network of 200,000 websites. Now some of you might be thinking by now, what if I have no website? You see, no website, no problem. You can still earn higher revenue and higher profits all without owning the website. So the only advantage of having a website is that you can actually advertise it pretty much absolutely free, because you get the impressions from every panel and you will be able to advertise that on the Banners Broker network. But if you haven't got a website, don't worry about that, because you will still be able to earn money with Banners Broker without even owning a website. So we have a number of packages that you can get started with, and it literally suits every pocket, from $25 to $3,655. Either way, the best column that I like in this picture is the minimum earnings column, which actually shows you that it is impossible not to earn money with Banners Broker. Now, how much you will be earning obviously will depend on how much of the advertising inventory you will purchase upon when you start doing business with Banners Broker, or if you decide to purchase some extra inventory as you go along. However, you will be earning money in either case, so it doesn't really matter which package you'll start, you will be making money, and that's the beauty of it. And also the middle column shows you the impressions. So with every single package you will receive from 1,000 to 364,000 impressions. That means that potentially 364,000 people will see your banner advertisements. Now that is very, very powerful, and half of your earnings will be available to you as cash if you choose to. The other half will be purchasing the new inventory that will carry on earning you further revenue. So this is not a one-off earning. This will be continual. It will carry on earning you money month after month after month. This is one of the most amazing businesses on the internet, and I just can't tell enough how much I love this business. Okay, so in the AdPub Combo Package you will have all the tools to track the success of your advertising campaigns, from the geo-targeting and contextual targeting to choosing the banner sizes and how your banners look, to actually managing your campaigns. As you can see here, you can even see how many impressions you have assigned for a particular campaign, how many impressions have been used already. You can click on View Report and see how many people exactly saw your advertisement that particular day, how many of them clicked on your advertisement, all the bits and pieces you can monitor and track your success. Also, in terms of your advertising panels, you will be able to see how they work and how fast they're earning money to you. So as you start your panel, it will start earning you money that second, and that's the beauty of doing this business. As soon as you purchase your advertising inventory, as soon as you purchase your package and you activate it, it starts earning you money. So this is as autopilot as it gets. So what we need for the successful advertising, we need two things. We need the advertising space, which is your panel, and we need traffic, which is a stream of people coming into the internet and seeing your adverts. So this way, when you first start, the company will actually provide you with complementary traffic. So I always simplify it and I say to people, look, the panel is a car and traffic is petrol. One cannot go without each other. So if you put petrol in the car drives. Exactly the same way in this online advertising business, we need panels and we need traffic. Panel is our car and traffic is our petrol. So just to make it easier for you, the company will provide you with free complimentary traffic for the first 2 cycles of your panel. So that means the panels that you purchase in your starting package, they will complete two times on absolutely free traffic for you. Only then you will need the traffic, and I will explain you how you can get it. So the first panel you activate, we set it to 100%. Now there's 2 ways of setting the panel, 2 ways of setting the repurchase setting. It's either 100% or 50%. So if we set the panel to 100%, what happens, this panel in particular, it costs you $270, it earns $540. So at the end of the cycle, because we set this panel to 100%, what it does, it buys you 2 new panels. So this panel, that's it, it has finished, it's done its work, it's not going to be earning you any more money. However, the $540 that it earned, that buys you 2 new panels. However, it doesn't give you anything in cash. So you just doubled your advertising space, but it hasn't given you anything in cash. Now for the second cycle, for the complimentary 2, we will set these panels on 50%. That when we set the panels on 50%, when they finish, for half the money, they will buy 1 new panel each, and then the other half, $270 each, that will come to you as cash. Now then you can decide whether you want to withdraw that cash, whether you want to purchase more advertising inventory, or you want to purchase your traffic. So once the second complimentary panel is completed, they will buy you the repurchased panels. Now as you can see, these panels now, they need traffic. So for the first 2 cycles, your panels have worked on complimentary traffic that the company provided. Now you need traffic. Now there's 2 ways of going about it. There's 2 ways you can get your traffic. Well, there's really 3 ways, but the 2 ways I personally will recommend. So the first and one of the most popular ways is the sales credit. So if you recommend this business to other people, the company will reward you with sales credit traffic. So that will come to you as a bonus for recommending this fantastic business to others. And this is why it has grown so fast, because people have recommended it to others. However, if you're one of those people who is socially challenged, charisma bypassed, and you could not speak to a living soul out there, it is absolutely fine, because in Banners Broker, you're not required to refer people. You're not required to introduce people. Instead, you can purchase your traffic packs. So you will be looking at spending about 25% of your earnings to carry on purchasing traffic, which will help you to launch the panels, to qualify the panels in the future, and this way you don't have to invite a single person to this business if you choose not to. Finally, we just had introduced the organic traffic, and like I mentioned earlier on, you can create an advertising campaign that will work to earn your organic traffic, and then you will receive the links that you can place on your social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. And when people will click on those links, you will receive 5 traffic hits for every click. However, if you're looking to make quite a lot of money, and if you're looking to build a big business, organic traffic will not be a viable option to provide you with traffic. However, if you're good at that, why not do that too? Okay, so when we qualify our panel, it starts working and it starts earning us money. And as you can see, the money is being earned, the panel is progressing as the time goes, and it progresses until it reaches what we call traffic cap. Now once it reaches traffic cap, it stops earning you money. And traffic cap will always be double the money that you have paid for the panel. So if you have paid $10 for the panel, it will work on average for about 3-4 weeks, and it will complete and will earn you $20. If you purchased a panel for $30, it will work on average 5 to 6 weeks, and upon completion it will earn you $60. If you bought a panel for $90, it will work for about 2 months, and then it will earn you $180. So every single time the panel will earn double than it cost you. However, the actual advertising space is still active and still earning money after the panel reached traffic cap, and the rest of the earnings will go to Banners Broker. And it's only fair, since they done most of the work for you. They have found the customers to purchase advertising space, they have found the publishers who gave this space on the websites, they have employed IT people who programmed the whole thing, so it's only fair that they earn some money from this advertising business too. So guys, this is pretty much it, and the next thing you need to do is obviously go to www.bannersbroker.com/Gediminas. If I have referred you to this business, click on sign me up button and register absolutely free. You will get your 1,000 free impressions, and then you can start advertising. After that, all you need to do is email me, so gediminas_grinaviches@yahoo.com to get your coaching and to get a free ebook just for signing up. So I look forward to working with you and helping you to progress with your Banners Broker business, and do get in touch with me as soon as you register, and we can start teaching you on strategies to use to become more successful in this business.